Interesting. Yeah, everybody keeps asking me to make a video on how to build the Oko body. And let me tell you something. I do not have a Oko body, not even a little bit. So we're gonna be here. I'm on the treadmill right now, and I'm just gonna keep this here so that people know how to build the Oko body. I don't know how I sound. I got my earphones in right now. We'll see how this works. But basically, just so y'all can see, we got the treadmill going at 15 right here. The speed about 1.9. So, well, we can bring this up a little bit, I think. But basically, what we're trying to do right now is on this treadmill. If you'll notice, there's these handles that you can hold on to that give you a reading of your heart rate. And yeah, right now I'm at 130, so I should probably bring the speed down. You basically want the heart rate to be at, I want to say like 128 is what I learned at school. And you maintain that speed, that heart rate for like 20 minutes. And you end up burning energy in a way that's fast enough that you're working right, but also slow enough that your body has time to burn fat, which God knows I have a lot of fat on my belly right now. Because we learned in school that like whenever your body is creating energy, it takes about there's something called ATP, which is something called adenosine triphosphate. And ATP, when your body wants to use that energy source, takes if somebody's let me know if you guys can hear me. I don't even know if you guys can hear me right now. But when your body is using ATP, it takes about 1 to 3 seconds to utilize that energy source. Anything after that is something called creatine phosphate, which is the secondary energy source. So that would be between, I think my teacher said between 4 or 3 to 8 seconds. Anything beyond that point, you would be what's my heart rate right now? You would be utilizing creatine, but the goal here is that we want to burn fat. Yeah, I need to bring the speed down a bit. We want to burn fat. So anything beyond 8 seconds, your body has to use oxygen to break down fat. That's how fat is converted. So if I'm working out too intensely, it's going to demand that I utilize those other energy sources first, if that makes sense. So by keeping your heart rate at like 128, the studies show that it's fast enough. No, wow, I'm at 136 right now. I really gotta slow down. But keeping it at 128 for like a period of 20 minutes will allow your body to burn fat because fat is not, how do you say? Fat is not as important as what muscle is and all of the other energy sources are. So your body wants to use fat as an energy source when it can use fat because it's just like this you say like this not so necessary source of energy, if that makes sense. Like it's not something that's super important. So when it can use fat, it will use fat. But my problem is that I've been drinking way too much milk. Like I gotta wear the big shirts over here because my my upper body and my traps have grown so much, but at the same time, unfortunately, because I was consuming all this extra fat, dude, my belly right now, my belly right now, bro, it's something. So you guys are asking me how to build a body like Oko, and I'm like, bro, I don't. I mean, like, I barely like my abs, dude. Like, maybe the top two show on a good day if I like really suck it in. But so I would show you guys, but I'm kind of shy. I'll wait until my abs start to show a little bit more from this cardio, and then maybe I look like Oko. But I just make these videos, all the workout videos, really, just to get people to exercise. Because I feel like what's there's no better way to teach people how to do something other than doing it yourself. So I don't know, exercising is not the most glamorous thing, it's not the most fun thing in the world. But I hop on live if anybody has any questions, about exercising or whatever, or magic, you know. Technically I could do the whole workout routine from my phone like this. Dude, I got my laptop. I could literally stream from my laptop and make it like super high quality. But I don't know. But the people on the front desk gonna be like, Kev, what are you doing with that freaking giant laptop? Like playing Overwatch in the gym. That'd be fun. But yeah, dude, all I want to know is if you guys can hear me right now, if the audio sounds all right. If that's the only message I get throughout the entire stream, that would be great because I've never streamed like this before, and that would be cool. You can hear. Thank you, Travis. Okay. I'm just going to continue to ramble. You can continue to live your life. Thank you, Travis. I got to check my heart rate. I was going to play Magic yesterday. I don't know if you guys played Magic yesterday or not. Oh, my heart rate's way too high right now. We're going back to Strixhaven? Who's ever going back to Strixhaven? I heard yesterday some in my Discord was talking. They were saying that like that the Edge of Eternities. Oh, that's gonna be fun. Are there new schools or is it all the same schools? But what they were basically saying was like legendary artifact vehicles can be commanders now or something. Passive aggressive. That's a great username. Oh man. Yeah, I have to keep the gym. I work as a trainer outside of here, so it's like if I don't go to the gym, it not going to make sense. It's your positivity. Nude car type and spacecraft. Oh, it's called spacecraft. Somebody said it was Starcraft. I was like, Starcraft, bro. That's a video game, dude. That's a interesting name. So, did they say anything about what a spacecraft is? Is this like a souped up vehicle or what? I forgot what I was talking about. You guys are gonna the more I go live, you guys are gonna slowly realize my ADHD, my undiagnosed ADHD. Pretty much a vehicle, but in space. Okay. I mean, that sounds fun. But like, why would they need to like? What's the purpose in creating a new creature type? Like, you know what I mean? Can it crew itself? Does it have crew? Do you like? Does it like crew and then forever crew? Like, do they never untap and then it just stays like a vehicle forever? You know, that'd be interesting. You see, but it's cool to see. Thank you for liking the video. I saw that. But it's interesting to see like how they can keep coming up with just new card types and things that they name. To me, that's like wow. That's probably so much fun. Like imagine being in a room and be like, all right, guys, we're gonna make the next set of Magic the Gathering. Let's come up with whatever we want. Dude, I don't even know. I want to turn LeBron James into a card one day. I already printed. I made a copy of LeBron James in the Discord, and the card reads, "It's a 0 mana to play, colorless." And the card says, Whenever you want anything to happen, it happens whenever you want it to happen." He's a 3/3 or a 2/3. I mean, a 0 mana 2/3 that has that ability. To me, it's the best card of all time because it goes in every deck. I don't think you can print a card better than that. Oh man, yeah, we got. You can add charge counters to it until you reach certain amount, then it is an artifact creature. Or wait, so then that takes time for you to like really use. Really takes time for you to use it. Then you think they're gonna put something like that at the pre-cons? Oh yeah, they definitely are. Oh, that's gonna be exciting then. Yeah, I definitely gotta. I haven't ordered that pre-con. All my clients are like flying all over the world right now. So like I really don't have a lot of work next week. I was thinking about streaming a lot more next week just because like work is gonna be so light. I got clients flying like Chicago, Sri Lanka, like Greece. I got people going to Japan. Japan, dude, like what? Oh, but does the tapping the creature and adding the power, does that put those charge counters on it? Like charge counters. You know what I mean? That is a question of my life. Oh man. It's a nice day outside, man. Yeah, it's about to be super hot in Jersey right now. Yes. Oh, so it's like what I said. You basically then tap down a creature and then it just stays the creature because it adds so tapping creatures adds counters. That's cool. And then you don't have to crew it anymore, basically. Yeah, that's fun. I was thinking about you know what card I wanted to build a commander deck when I heard the vehicle thing? There's it's like a something grand. I wish I had like something to do over here where I could like look up cards and put it on the screen. That'd be cool. There's a black vehicle from Lord of the Rings, I think it's called. It's like trample. I forget. But that'd be cool to build a commander deck around. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. But like I just like the idea of hearing like, oh, we have new cards to make commander decks for. I feel like that'd be really fun. Maybe this week we can go live and we can build decks. Asika's, yeah. People in the Discord were talking about Asika's Chariot actually, but I think it'd be interesting to build those kind of decks on stream or something, or not. I don't know. You could do that. Thank you for liking the video. I saw that. So something like that, you know. I've just been playing Overwatch like crazy right now. I don't know what you guys are doing, but I'm on Overwatch. They got like this thing in the game where like if you win like 99 games in a row, it feels like you get like this thing that pops up on your under your username and it looks like it's on fire. I was like, word? Like I want my name to look like it's on fire. So I played Overwatch for dude from 5 o'clock yesterday. I was on Overwatch till like 10. And bro, the event, the fire name thing event only lasts usually goes on like 3 days. Bro, it took me like 3 days last time this happened to get it done. Took me forever, bro. But last night I got it done in 4 hours. Like a straight, like a just I don't know, like no life did, bro. But I just kept getting matched with so many good tanks yesterday, and when you play with a good tank in Overwatch, that's cool. At some point, like if we stream a lot more on the channel and we start playing Overwatch as a community, yeah, we got to put a flyer out for tanks, dude. Like a good tank. You know, that's that's what we want. Imagine Overwatch Magic the Gathering cards, dude. That'd be so epic. Like a Reaper. I main Sojourn. I don't know if you guys play Overwatch, but I play Sojourn like crazy. All right, guys, I gotta check my heart rate. I'll show you guys the screen in a second. My heart rate's at whatever. I gotta maybe I gotta bring down the incline, man. The incline's way too high. So let me just show you what this looks like. Okay. So we got this 13 incline, now 12. We'll keep it at 14. This has been 17 minutes so far. Soldier. Oh, let's go. Soldier's tough. And the speed's right here. And it's really as easy as that, guys. That way we can get the Oko belly, you know. Dude, I've been training people for like, I want to say started at 20 for almost like 8 years, I want to say. And that's like one thing, like with exercising, I've never seen somebody exercise themselves into abs, as weird as that sounds, you know? I feel like when people get abs, they get abs because of how they eat almost every single time, man. It's like, I don't like I'm sitting here doing this cardio, sweating and stuff. Like it's probably gonna bring down my my water weight, which is definitely gonna lean me out, don't get me wrong, which I think could definitely contribute to seeing seeing more muscle definition and stuff like that. But like I feel like it's so much more like to get abs, dude, like you really gotta be like controlling and watching what you're eating, restricting your what you're eating, the kinds of food that you're eating. It's a situation. But you know, I can't y'all are asking me to make a video to like talk to people about how to look like Oko, and in my brain, I'm like, if I don't look like Oko, I don't have any right to teach anybody about how to look like Oko. You know what I mean? Like if I'm not willing to put in the work, then like why am I even talking? You know? That's the way that I think. Like, I can teach you guys how to build like a big upper body, strong arms to be strong in your ox, strong legs to get your muscles to pop out. Like I'm totally confident talking about that and keeping you safe. The abs, that's just the journey that I have yet to partake in. And I just don't really and I don't know, I feel like I don't really personally, like I don't really exercise to I mean, don't get me wrong, like I like the aesthetics of having big muscles, clothes fit you nicer. People say things, like that's cool and everything. But like I really feel like when you're doing abs or you're trying to work on your abs and show off your abs, that's like next level, bro. To me at least. And I just don't really like I guess I care that much about what my abs look like. You know. That's just me though. I think like if you have like even if you have a pretty big belly, like if you build your chest and your chest goes out like pretty far, it's very muscular. It's just gonna make your stomach look flat, you know? And I feel like that's the having a flat looking stomach is more of my style, but that's not really Oko. You know what I heard? I even heard that like training abs is not even like I turned the treadmill off by accident. I even heard that training abs is like or maybe I unconsciously needed a break. one or the other. But like I heard that training abs is like not even, I don't know how you want to say, like it actually makes your abs look less appealing, if that makes sense. Like, like if I train my arms and my arms get bigger and I build muscle in my arms are gonna get bigger. But like if I'm training my abs, like it can get to the point where my abs get bigger and it makes my body look, I don't want to say like deformed, but it's just not as aesthetic. So like you have people that do like bodybuilding competitions and like really build a lot of how do I say this? They really build a lot of muscle. Yo, this song is a jam, dude. I'm so surprised they're playing this song right now. Oh, this is a remix. But like, dude, I forgot what I was saying. That's my life. Um, but but yeah, so like I even hear like see like in bodybuilding competitions that like the way that they grade the males and the women, I guess, is that they're looking for like the waist to be small. Like they want your core to be like very as thin as possible. And like the thinner your core, the less like rectangular and like square like it looks, and the more points you score. Which means that like when you're training abs, oh my god, I almost pressed the off button again. When you're training abs, you actually like want to not train them. Like you want to control your eating, do cardio, like burn, lose water weight, like lose fat from restricting your calories. And then out of nowhere for like a month or maybe 2 months or three, you just do abs like every single day. And like doing that type of movement every single day, like in the personal training world, would be called overtraining. Like you'd be working out that muscle too much. But what ends up happening is like when you overtrain, you actually cause muscle to the word would be catabolize. Catabolizes itself, which means it would begin to atrophy, or the muscle would get actually smaller. So like, the thing is like when I'm squatting or when you're doing rows, you're doing anything, your core, your abs constantly have to keep your body balanced. So it's not like, thank you for liking the video. I saw that. So it's not like um you have to, how do you say? It's not like you have to train your abs directly because they're constantly being worked indirectly. That's what I'm saying. So, but when you get to that point when you can train them, you just overtrain them, which would mean like overtraining to me means like every day I go into the gym, I go like on a decline bench. So the bench is literally like it goes down like this. And my head would be like right here, my legs would be over here. And I'll crunch up, maybe holding like 25 pounds. And I do that to like 100. But I do that every day. And like that type of movement will definitely like when you do a lot of reps, it causes your muscles to tighten a bit. So it'll grab onto the skin and make the skin look a bit more like lean and like cut. But at the same time, because you're doing so much, the muscle won't necessarily grow either. Like I had a client who had like I should say this. She had a I don't know how to say this. She had I'm gonna say it this way. She had a really big gluteus maximus and she had a problem with her gluteus maximus. And we ended up overtraining her gluteus maximus, like almost like doing like 200 rep sets with like very like no weight at all. Just sets for like 2 minute sets, 3 minute sets, where she's doing like so many repetitions. And what she noticed is that her glute maximus like shrinked, it actually became smaller. But just because like I think the muscles just got so much tighter around the area and she was very happy about that. And I learned how to do that because I've never had somebody come up to the women are constantly trying to make the gluteus maximus bigger. So for somebody to want to decrease the size, that was like a new request, but we we accomplished the mission. If that makes sense. But yeah, you guys building any commander decks or what? Like the last deck that I built was Zidane, so Ragavan, and that deck is fun, dude. You basically get like consistently have I want to say like 3 mana turn two, no matter what, every time because of Ragavan playing him on turn one. I feel like that card is just super fun. I don't really like. I wish like when he dealt damage, you know what there should be. Can we invent a Magic the Gathering card right now? You come up with the name. I'm gonna say what it says. This Magic the Gathering card says, whenever your opponents exile a card from the top of their library, they always remain exiled, and you can always cast it. That way, like when people like when we exile their cards, some cards say like until the end of turn you can cast it. Why can't I just have that so that I can always cast it whenever I want? You know, my favorite tribe, Travis. That's like it's such a personal question. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna say my favorite tribe. Wow, it's gonna be super weird. My favorite Magic the Gathering tribe, and I don't even know if I'm even pronouncing this the correct way. I know I'm gonna pronounce it the correct way, but to me, it doesn't make sense. I like specters, dude. Specters are creatures that deal damage to your opponents and force them to discard a card. I feel like that tribe is so slept on, dude. Like I would love to see a legendary creature that like buffs those creatures or makes those creatures better. I feel like I call them Grim Reapers. Just cards that deal damage to your opponents and force them to discard a card. I feel like that play style is so like I don't know, like I like playing discard. That's like my the horrible reality about the game is like if you tell me to play the deck that's gonna give me the most fun and you play against me, like, well, I don't know if you're gonna have fun, but I'm gonna have fun. I'm probably gonna laugh. So I just like to play discard, but I feel like when I'm playing discard though, if you're playing with the specters, you basically just get to like I play chainer and I discard specters so that I can then cast them from the graveyard. And then it gives them haste. So then they're basically able to just attack right away and force a discard in the same turn instead of like casting a creature, waiting a turn, and then attacking. I feel like it's more fair. I feel like because if I cast a spell that's just like duress, let me see your hand, let me take a card. I feel like that's infinitely more like it hurts your feelings than me being like, I'm gonna play a creature. This is gonna sit here for a turn. You can destroy it. Like, if you get hit, like, something like that. I don't know if that's making sense. But what Travis, tell me your favorite tribal type. I'd be interested to see. But that's my answer. That's my super nerdy Magic the Gathering answer. That's definitely my favorite tribe. Dude, dude, I'm even wearing like a Grim Reaper like shirt, bro. That's my tribe, dude. I didn't even realize. Oh man. Yeah, but I'm on a treadmill for I don't even know how long right now. Almost 30 minutes? The beasts. What's Slinza do? Thank you for liking the video. I see that. Slinza? Does that reduce the cost of beasts or something? That sounds like it. Thank you for liking the video. I saw that. Oh yeah. I wish there was something where we could like I could add it. You know how in chat you can like exclamation point like type in a card's name and it brings it up. I feel like that would be really cool to. I don't know if YouTube could do that actually, but it'd be a good thing to add. That's why, dude. I'm not even sure. Like, I got like 65, I think, followers on Twitch. I feel like Twitch is a better streaming experience, man. I feel like I really get to just like get access to like a whole bunch of different things. Well, I don't know. I don't know if you guys frequent Twitch or not, but yeah. Oh, buddy. Dude, that's the bat. I think that's the bat creature you're talking about. That card, like, I added, dude, every single time I have like this app on my phone that says whenever a creature that deals combat damage to a player and has some type of evasion or like flying gets printed, the app notifies me, and then I also get a letter sent to my house with the picture of the card so that I know exactly what the card is with the exact predicted price, so I know how much money to save. So that when the card gets printed, it's automatically linked to my bank account, so that it automatically deducts the money, and I buy the cheapest foil copy of it from somewhere on the internet, and then it shipped to my house with expedited shipping. So I get it as quickly as possible, and then it actually comes in sleeved with the sleeves that I already have my deck sleeved as, so I don't even have to sleeve it, and I double sleeve it as well with the same double sleeves that I have. So I just get it and immediately just add it into my deck. That's just the greatest service of all time. It's not a true story, guys. That's not real. I was just rambling because I'm tired. I wonder how many calories I've burned. Guys, you want to guess how much calories I burned in 30 minutes? Just don't laugh. Come up with a number. What do you think? I'm working so hard right now. I'm actually sweating a lot right now. I feel like my back is like drenched right now. 53, 53 calories. Are you ready? I'll show you right now. Just look. We got 75 calories, guys. That's like that's like a hamburger. Psych. I wish a hamburger was 75 calories. Dude, you know what? You know what's 53 calories? If I eat like an entire watermelon, bro. One time, I eat like sometimes, dude, I just eat like 2 pounds of watermelons. And I know it's 2 pounds because when I buy it, it says that it's 2 pounds. Bro, I love watermelon. I don't know if you guys like watermelon, but like I actually tried to find out if you can grow watermelons in New Jersey. And I don't know if you can. I think it needs to be hotter than it is in Jersey to grow watermelons. That's like the one downfall of New Jersey that like you can't grow watermelons in Jersey. That's like such a it's a dis- if watermelon was a creature type in Magic the Gathering, I would play it. We grow them, dude. Damn, but dude, you know what I would do? I'd buy a farm in Texas, hire people to just grow watermelons. Just grow watermelons, and then I get a private jet, and then I'll fly to Texas, and then just go eat watermelons, and then go fly back home to Jersey. I wonder, like, are they better when they're fresh like that? I don't know. Because you know what? Because if I have the watermelon farm, I can get like the best seeds, the best growers, So like it would be worth the money and the trip because I know I wouldn't be getting like swag, like mid watermelons. And nobody wants like what's bad watermelon? Like when the watermelon is not sweet. You open up the watermelon and it's like It's like not red. I don't know if that makes sense. The not red watermelon is not the type of watermelon I want to have in my life. I like red, sweet watermelon, you know? It's like the best day of my life, you know? Maybe for the Oko body, we do a watermelon diet. And all I do is eat watermelon for the summer and just see what happens. Yeah, I'm talking to this phone right now. Everybody in the gym is like, what is that guy talking about right now? Everybody's looking at me like, this guy's talking about what are they listening to that guy talking about watermelons for? He just said he would fly a private plane to Texas. Other listening to me say this too. It's okay. We are okay with being embarrassed. Yeah, it's fine. Oh man, life is funny. But yeah, I don't know if you guys want to play Overwatch or not, but like I think that at some point I'm gonna get back on Overwatch or stream. I don't know, like how should I lay if I was to stream at home, like how should I lay out that stream? Like get on stream. I want it to be like this is my problem, guys, is that I'm like so ADHD that like if I don't feel like doing something and I'm not like explicitly told like this is how this works, this is how you're gonna do this, this is done in this like I'm really good at following directions, but like creating, I don't know if you guys can like sympathize with this, but like I can't like if I'm not told explicitly like this is what's going on, then I just don't know what to do. Like I'm even thinking about hiring like a streamer or hiring somebody just to tell me like, okay, you're gonna go on at this time for this first hour, you're gonna do this for an hour, you're gonna do this for an hour, and then you're gonna do this for 3 hours. And then like that way I kind of just know how to stream, I guess. Like I don't know if you guys watch streamers and like what they do, but like every time I sit down and watch a stream, it's just people like playing games or something. I don't know. I feel like I can't just like do that because then I'll just get like bored. But if I know that like I have like an hour to do this, thank you for liking the video. I know that if I have like an hour of this, maybe that's what I needed to do, dude. Maybe I just need to stream, and then whoever shows up, they tell me. Why am I gonna pay somebody when like my viewers could tell me exactly what they want to see? You know? Doesn't that make sense? I feel like that makes more sense than just doing that. But it depends. Yeah, because I'm trying to play like you know what I've really wanted to play and I haven't played? I got I got this laptop and I basically like how do I say this? I can play a game on my laptop and then sync it to my desktop. And then like from there, I could play any game really, but I really wanted to play The Last of Us 2 and just put the difficulty like all the way up basically and then stream that in there. But I feel like if I stream that on YouTube, people are gonna be like, yo, this is the magic channel. Like people are gonna be like, so I tried to do that sometimes. And then people are like, nah, like I ain't watching this. I don't blame them. But that's why I feel like, oh, thank you, Terminator. Thank you, Nate. But like, that's why I think I should do all this stuff on Twitch if I'm gonna be streaming like that. And then I could always like take the VODs and put them on YouTube if I really need to, if I want to. But like, just kind of casting managing. Yo, I had a. Can I tell you a funny story, Nate? Before you go, I was playing one time. We were playing on Spell Table, and you know how like you open up a pack of cards, and then you have like the one card that's like an advertisement, and the guy was using the advertisement card as a proxy, and this guy was like, he had like some crazy spell that was gonna win him the game. Like imagine it's like what's the cascade card? That's like 10 mana or something. It's like he cast something like that. It wasn't that, but it was a big spell. I was gonna win in the game. And then he's like, "Well, I cast Mana Drain on spell table." And then he showed the card on the Apex Devastator. Yeah, he showed the card under the camera, and I looked at it, and I saw it. I was like, "What is that?" I was like, "Is that?" I was like, "Is that a Mana Drain?" And he's like, "Yeah, it's a Mana Drain. I'm gonna counter that. I'm gonna add 10 mana to my mana pool during my next main fade." And I was like, "What do you mean you're gonna do that?" I was like, "Show us the card." And he's like, no." I was like, "Dude, that was like an advertisement card. Like, at least show us that you wrote Mana Drain on it. Like, we don't care that you proxying Mana Drain. Just show us that you wrote it so that we know." And he never ended up showing us the card because it was literally just, dude. He could have been like, he could have been like Urza. He could have been like Cyclonic Rift. You know what I mean? And I was laughing. The other guy that got countered obviously was like very mad. He was like, "What do you mean you're not gonna show me the card?" And I was like, "Dude, it's okay. Like, it's not a big deal." And he's like, "I'll get you for this." And I was like, "Oh my god, dude! Like, it's getting really intense right now." And then and then the guy still ended up winning the game, so it was all right. He ended up making that mana cast a spell. Somebody countered it, and then that was it. But that's my story, Nate. You are allowed to leave now. I love the Craterhoff story, bro. The Craterhoff story, bro. I was like, I have never laughed so hard, man. That dude, the guy cast Craterhoff, bro. Like he cast Craterhoof, and like he's like, "I have 15 squirrels in play." He's like, "I cast Craterhoof, buffing all my creatures by whatever and whatever." And I look at the card, and it's literally like the proxy is like a piece of paper. And I look at it, and it's funny because it's literally the same notepad paper that was the paper on the desk inside the store. So like, it's like he literally right before the game started, he wrote. Uh, I guess he was in a hurry because he wrote Craterhoff Behemoth on the card and slid it in, and then he cast it. And he's like, "Craterhoof Behemoth." He's like, "You take 300 damage. You take 300 damage," and then I win the game. And I picked up the card. I looked at it. I was like, "Yo," I was like, "I don't think this is a Craterhoof." And he's like, "What do you mean it's not a Craterhoof?" And I'm like, "Bro, that doesn't say Craterhoof." I'm just busting his balls. I was like, "Bro, that says Crater Hall." And everybody in the table starts laughing, like, "Oh my god, he wrote Crater Hall." Like we're all bugging out. And then he picks up the card and he's like, "Well, it's a Crater Hall Behemoth, then I win the game." And then he picked up all his cards, like literally like as fast as he could. He started picking up his cards, and then he goes over to the front desk and he's just like, "I win the game. I'm here to claim my prize." And then they gave him the prize card, and he walked out, and I never saw that guy ever again. Damn, nice, Travis. That's a really nice card to own, bro. That card's usually jumps up to like 30, $40. Creative of Behemoth is just like classic GG, bro. Classic. I don't own one. I'm waiting for Crater Hawk Behemoth to be printed, and then I'll own that version. Dude, I should just proxy copies of Crater Hawk Behemoth and put it in the Discord so other people can have it. You know? But I just don't want David Hasselhoff like reaching out to him and be like, "Yo, you're using my likeness." You know, I think it's pretty serious thing. All right, we're at how long have we been doing? It's about 45 minutes on the treadmill, bro. I'd never imagined ever being on the treadmill. Thank you for being here on the stream because I would never be on the treadmill this long ever in my life. It's the only win con. Yeah, I like Pathbreaker Ibex or Overrun or that's pretty much it. or any elf. I feel like elves are so fun to play. You know, just put a ton of different creatures in the battlefield, buff them all up by like overwhelming stampede. Yeah, just trample everyone out of the game. Super fun. Yeah, I'm sweating, guys. This is the situation right now. Finale of Devastation. That's another one. What about I feel like what's that one card that costs $1 million? The land taps mana for each guy's cradle. I feel like low key, that's like I'm gonna win the game in a couple turns. You know, that card is super good. No, no, you know what's with my favorite mono green deck? I built this like I forget the name of the card, but it's like whenever I think it's like Sir something. It's like mono green Sir Sir whatever. It's like a lady that when you cast a spell, I think it's like a 3/3 for 3 green mana pips. And then like whenever it's targeted by a spell or something's targeted by a spell, gets buffed by like 3. Oh, 4409. Thank you, bro. Thanks for being here. But that Sir, I think it's Sir Karen, Sir Farron, I think it's called. But that card, bro, that's like, dude, let me see how I can add stuff to the stream. I see now. Let me see this. No. Oh, I can share this. Throne of Eldraine. Yeah, that card. But like that card, like I think she's like 2 or 3 mana to play. So like I just love commanders that you can play super early. And I feel like you get her in the game like right away, basically. Thank you, Travis. You get her in the game right away, basically. And like you can just like start chaining spells and it just exponentially grows larger and larger. And then you just one shot somebody and it's just super fun. And you're playing like Sir Farron, so people aren't like, you know what I mean? You play against some commanders, you're like, oh, what's this person gonna do, you know? And then people just kind of like leave you alone at the table. That's just, I feel like that's such a not talked about way to win. Just play a card that nobody cares about, you know? Oh, what's he gonna do? And all of a sudden you're just like one shotting people. It's fun. That's why I like I don't know if you guys ever seen Aluna, the Apex of Wishes. That's like Aluna to mutate, and basically like if you can gain double strike and then mutate Aluna onto a creature that has 5 +1/+1 counters, Aluna's basically enters the battlefield as an 11/11 with haste, flying, trample, and double strike, and you just one shot people out of the game. So, dude, you basically just sit there and you're like, oh well, oh forgotten ancient. This gains this many counters. I'm just putting counters on my creatures, guys. Don't worry about it. And then out of nowhere, I'm just like, okay, well, yeah, I'm gonna mutate this onto a Luna. I attack with Luna, 22 double strike. I win the game. And then they're like, ah. But it feels so good because you're just like sitting there, and then you reach the 5 counters, but nobody's done the math inside their head to know that, like, yeah, dude, nobody's done the math inside their head to be like, well, he has double strike on his creatures, 5 counters. I'm actually gonna lose the game right now if he hits me. And like they get hit and they act like they never even saw it coming. I love that. It's like building secret win conditions. Like the really good players will see that. Like they'll do the math. But like even the really good players, they don't do that because they just you're playing Aluna, like who cares? Like I think that's just the way they think. What commanders are good for what I'm saying, like being sneaky? You know what commander I really like? It's like a giant, what is it? It's like a giant diamond thing. It's like Pramicon, and it forces people to attack in certain directions. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. It's just like you're only allowed to attack the player to your right or to your left, something like that. But like, you know, that deck like really controls combat, I guess. But there's this other precon that like I think what's her name? She's like whenever you discard no, whenever you cycle a card, you get to create like a 2/2 cat once every turn or something. I, I forget her name. But like I basically took Pramicon and made Pramicon the commander of that cycling deck. So like people are like, oh, this guy's playing Pramicon, like who cares? Like, what's he gonna do? Then I'm like, all right, well, I cycle, I discard this card, everybody takes the damage. I draw a card, because I draw a card, everybody takes the damage. And now the only person that can attack me is the person like to my right or my left. And then like it's just a guy with like a 1/1 and I have like this giant flying wall. It's like, all right, well, you can't deal damage to me anyway. So I just end up like countering their spells. I try to destroy Pramicon, and then it's just really boring, but it's fun. Because this is my point. If if you just play that cycling deck by itself without the Pramicon, everybody targets you. Like everybody targets you. And it's like it makes sense too because that cycling deck is super good. But it's like, you know, so my point is like to answer your question that like what commanders are good, the commanders are good are the ones that protect you in some way and you put that in a deck that is ordinarily just like amazing. Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't know if that makes sense. The name of that precon, what is the name of that precon? Guys, it's Jet. If you go on Google, it's on Jeskai. It's Jeskai. So like, the colors are red, white, and blue from Ikoria. Ikoria. A white, blue, red deck from Ikoria. It's the same deck that has the Fierce Guardianship in it. I forget. I think the lady on Fierce Guardianship is the lady on the excuse me, is the lady on the card. Oh god, yes. Guys, you want to see where do you think the calories are at right now? I can feel this in my left hip right now. I don't know her name. It's a precon. I forget her name. It says with what commander? 120. The calorie reveal. It's oh wait a minute, I almost pressed the wrong button. Let's go. We both in the gym. Let's go. 203. So not bad. We're getting there. It's almost like I'm just gonna go home, eat potato chips, and just like ruin all of it. Is that a lie? I don't know. I'm not like a cardio guy. But yeah. I mean, instead of making the shorts, I could just like do stuff like this. Damn, working on a farm, bro. That's like my family in Puerto Rico, bro. Be on that farm life. Oh man. That's like when I found my dog in Puerto Rico, bro. My dog, like, I look to my right, Bolivian. Let's go. I live in Switzerland. God damn, what a life, bro. That's amazing. That's amazing. Bro, my dog, like, I like just found this dog. He's a dog I still have now. I look to my right and he's running around the farm with a chicken in his mouth. And I'm like, Hero. I was like, get that chicken out of your mouth. Like, what are you doing? And start going after him so I can go grab the chicken. And he's like, running, bro. Now he's sprinting away from me with chicken in his mouth. And he runs into the neighbor's yard where they have their own farm, but they have like cows, so they put like barbed wire to like keep them in. And he ran underneath the barbed wire. I was like, that chicken's beat, bro. I'm not going after him. And I don't know what he did to that chicken, but he came back and that was the end of the story. Long story short, I got him a leash after that just to keep him locked to like a pole or something. My dog, he's I think he's called an Australian Kelpie. So he kind of looks like a very small German Shepherd, like a 30-pound German Shepherd. He kind of looks like a Belgian Malinois almost, but like not as like hyper. I mean, he can be, I suppose, but he's definitely a lot more like chill, and probably not as strong as as a Belgian Malinois. Those dogs are freaking beasts, dude. Dogs are amazing. Oh man. All right, it's almost an hour on the treadmill, sweating a lot. You know, I may go live today if I can figure out. I mean, I know how to do it on my. I just don't know if I should stream on Twitch or on YouTube. Like that's just the one down, 1 hour down. Do you want me to, dude? Imagine like 24-hour treadmill stream. My God, that would be like the worst of all time. I'll do a 24-hour treadmill stream if we give money to charity or something. I feel like that would be worth the struggle. But the only thing I ask for is like watermelon and how would I use the bathroom? I guess another question. That's just a marathon with extra steps. You think marathons go 24 hours, dude? What kind of marathon goes 24 hours? Yeah, but people probably do that. Like, I don't know, man. That's a kind of life that I can't even imagine, bro. 24 hour, like running a marathon, bro. I don't know. I'm not that kind of athlete. Like, my body's not built for that. I feel like everybody's body is like really good at something, but like you just gotta like figure that out. But my body, like I can create a lot of energy very quickly and then I get tired. But like other people can just like create a little bit of energy for like forever, you know? But that's just that's just the life. Yeah, I think thank you. You do your thing. Peace out. I think I'm almost done too over here. I don't think I've ever been on the treadmill for an hour ever in my life before. Is this a fan? How do I turn on the fan? Oh, the fan. And there's a fan here, guys. Oh, that feels good. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but the fan is on. Whew, that feels good. You play softball for my company, work on a farm. Amazing. It's super fun. You grow stuff on the farm, you clean stuff. A whole hour without the fan. Yeah, right. Well, I'm not used to these contraptions, bro. I'm usually just like lifting weight. Bro, I think the treadmill just started decreasing my incline, bro. The treadmill's kind of telling me to get off, dude. All right. I'm gonna go for let me see how much time I got. It's been hold up. Let's look at the stats. We got almost 40 minutes, 234 calories. I don't know what that means. That's how many miles we've done. What's up, Blurple? Blurple Bear. Oh my god, that should be a Magic the Gathering creature. Oh, look at the stream elements popping up. Leg of 45 on the treadmill. Let's go. We live in the same life. Yeah, this is fun. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get into the habit of doing this more often. Mostly because, like, dude, I just lift and like my body just feels so trash. And like, bro, I've been getting so many comments and views from these shorts lately that like I want to go to the gym because literally, dude, like the money that I make from the channel pays that's it like really helps me pay for the pre-cons so that I can do it's on Twitch, it's Coach underscore Gonzalez. Coach underscore Gonzalez. That's my vacant Twitch channel. But like I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah. But like the channel really helps to pay for the pre-cons and stuff so that I can do reviews and teach people how to like play them stuff. And like ever since I started uploading these shorts, after every day, maybe like if I average it out, maybe like it went up by like YouTube basically predicts how much money you're gonna make every single month in the analytics. And right before I started the shorts, it was like at 160. And after every day, it's gone up by like 10 or like 15. So like the Edge of Eternity's pre-con that comes out, like I can use the check that I get this month or maybe next month's check to help to pay for those pre-cons. That way, like I can do the same videos for them and stuff. But thank you, Travis. But it helps out a lot, dude. And the shorts have been amazing for that. And people, yo, the comments from the people on shorts, bro, are so hilarious, dude. Like every time I look at my phone to read comments from the shorts that I got, yo, I'm constantly bugging out. Like, yo, I show people around me, like, yo, look what this person said, dude. And everybody's cracking up, man. It's a good time. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna I'm gonna go because I'm getting kind of tired right now. I'm getting kind of hungry. Um, and then I'll be live. I'll do a better job of just like announcing when I go live, and then when I muster up the will to stream on YouTube at home or on Twitch at home, I'll do that. And then, but if we do that, we got to create like a plan. Like I have to figure out a way to like if like I won't feel the desire to do it if I don't have like a this is how this works when we stream. And then like I don't know, I just don't won't have the will to do it. So we got to figure out. You guys got to help me figure out what we're gonna be doing for the streams and stuff, so that I can like wake up and be like, all right, like this is exactly what's happening, and then my life will be easy. Okay, I'm gonna be out, guys. Peace out, people.